NFL trading deadline, and our election is next Tuesday. So I have said I've always wanted to be a general manager. If I didn't do this, if I could be an NFL general manager, I would absolutely love it. And so Joy is going to tee me up on some players who are rumored to be on the trade block, and I'm the general manager of the team. When I consider cap, injuries, all this stuff, would I trade them or not? Here we go.
All right. Matt Ryan, should he be dealt or not dealt?
Not dealt. It would be an enormous cap hit. He's the 10th highest paid quarterback in the league. I would draft a quarterback if I could. The game is changing. I'd like a little better arm and more athletic ability. But for a year, I would consider next year's trading deadline, but not right now.
Julio Jones, dealt or not dealt?
I would deal Julio Jones. He is still considered a great NFL playmaker. He's a tough guy who plays with injuries, but he does feel like he's dealing with injuries a lot. He's even getting work on the sidelines. He's 31 years old. Nobody disputes his talent, but when it comes to wide receivers and corners, speed positions, and the influx of wide receiver talent, I think I'd move him.
Stephan Gilmore, dealt or not dealt?
Thought a lot about this. Dealt. Belichick moves off guys at the right time. He has this year the lowest overall grade, according to Pro Football Focus, in 7 years. So he is an aging and highly expensive cornerback. The good news is most teams in the NFL that are playoff teams could all use a pass rusher or a corner. So I think as you have a very strong top of the NFL with no real clear-cut favorite outside of maybe Kansas City, that creates a little urgency and desperation. He's expensive. Buy low, sell high. I think it's the time to move him.
Golden Tate, dealt or not dealt?
Never understood the Golden Tate move in the first place. They had Sterling Shepard. I would deal him. He is now in his 11th season. This never made sense. He'll still give you 500 yards a year, but I never understood the move. The Giants need to be more explosive on the perimeter. He's more possession-based. I would move him.
Amari Cooper, dealt or not dealt?
Like him a lot. I would deal him because of the emergence of rookie CeeDee Lamb. Let's be honest, he fell into your lap. Cedric Wilson's a very good young number 3 or 4 receiver. I like him a lot. Michael Gallup, you're still not paying him yet, and I think you could get a second or a third round pick for Amari Cooper. The Cowboys don't need receivers. They need cap room next year, and they need picks. I can like Amari, but frankly, if you asked Amari Cooper if he could play for Green Bay tomorrow or Dallas, where would you rather play? He may love Dak, but Dak's not here for the next 10 weeks.
Kyle Rudolph, dealt or not dealt?
This is a tough one because he's never missed a game in 6 years. This is a really hard one. But I would deal him because I think Minnesota's got a smart front office. They've got another tight end they like. They've got receivers. They've got Delvin Cook. They don't need offensive targets. They've got to rebuild this defense, regardless if it's Mike Zimmer or not. They don't have a pass rush. This is a very good front office. Rudolph has given you pigs get fed, hogs get slaughtered. 6 years, no injuries. He's a Pro Bowler. I like him as a player. But again, Green Bay could use a tight end. Now, he's not going to go to Green Bay because Minnesota's not going to deal him there. But you look at some of these good teams, they could use a tight end.
Your guy, Sam Darnold, dealt or not dealt?
I would not deal him because I believe you can get 6 picks for Trevor Lawrence. I think you can get 3 firsts and a bunch of seconds, and I would stick with him, and I would hire him a new coach. I would go hire him a Ryan Day or Lincoln Riley. Remember, they already have 2 first-round picks because of the Jamal Adams deal. So the Jets already have a surplus of picks in cap space. So I can get 6 great picks on top of the picks and all the cap space. I would not. I would get as many picks as I could. I'd get a legitimate offensive coach who gets along with people.
Julian Edelman, dealt or not dealt?
Easy one, deal him. Bottom line is you're not going anywhere. I'm not sure there'd be a lot of takers. Increasingly, he's got drops. He's an older player. He's a very good slot, so I'm sure there's a good team that would take him for a short period of time. He's signed through the end of next year. So, again, if I bring him on, I only need about a year out of him. I think I could get, maybe a 5th, 6th-round pick. But I felt this about 2 years ago. Little more injuries, few more drops about 2 years ago. Time to move on.
Zach Ertz, dealt or not dealt?
I don't think I would deal him yet. First of all, he's got an injury. It's Philadelphia. Everybody gets hurt. But I don't think they're in a rebuild. I think they can win this division. And because of their wide receiver issues and Miles Sanders injuries, they really need him. And I also think he's a good locker room guy. I think he really gets along. He and Wentz seem to work really, really well. Now, Nick Foles and Alshon Jeffries clicked, but Zach Ertz really works with Carson Wentz, so I don't think I'd move him. And if somebody gives me a great pick, but I think he's a stabilizing force in the locker room.
J.J. Watt, dealt or not dealt?
This is an easy one. I think this is one of the good ones. I would deal him because I think J.J. Watt is a really good locker room guy. He can still be a good player. And I think Houston is very close to a rebuild. You can't have Deshaun Watson and that left tackle and be in a total rebuild because they're going to be able to score a bunch of points. But I think you can get cap space and picks for J.J. Watt. And again, almost all the good teams in the NFL need a pass rusher. Like Pittsburgh's rare. Pittsburgh is very rare. Like that's the last thing they need is getting to the quarterback. Dealt or not dealt? There you go.
Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.